Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
A brother, an icon to those that know him. He is Endeavor Empire.
Well, here in his mind, a man that is admired, fun, compassionate, understanding, and very sarcastic. But hey, that's who he is. The advice can either be good or misunderstood, but he does speak from experience. So sit back, listen up, volume up, and let's talk about it. Here's the icon.
Well, how y'all doing out there today? Yes. Y'all good? Y'all doing all right? Welcome to the show. I am the icon. New intro that I'm toying with. I think we're going to call the show Let's Talk About It. Because so many people that listen to me always want to talk about the things that they send me. So why not? Let's talk about it. I like it. I'm still toying with it though. Hope everybody's doing good. We got our 5th email. I had 4 others, but this one kind of stood out to me the most. So today we're probably going to talk about that. But before we get into it, opening track. It's called King Sis. K-I-N-G and then Sis. It is a female artist. She's a talented singer, songwriter. King Sis captivates audience with soulful vocals, heartfelt lyrics, performances. Her music can be listened to on Amazon. Again, K-I-N-G-S-I-S. So as I said before, we're going to be throwing these tracks out there. These are just to highlight some artists that I use in the background for background music. Some vocals, but most of these tracks on here are hers. There is another one in here too. A few others. Mimi Bogoria. And then there is Soft Boy and Tyra Chaney. Also Janset Ikea. But hey, it's all good. In any event, I hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully you guys had a good week, good weekend, good day, whatever. But as I said before, we have our 4th, well this will be our 5th letter that came to me over the week. Apparently a young man who is, well, I'm not sure how young he is, but a man who's struggling with trying to find either himself or I'm not sure what to make of this letter. When I first read it, I was a bit baffled because I think he has me confused with who I am and what I do. Well, not necessarily what I do, but in any event, we're going to read the letter. We'll go through it. We'll talk about some things. And I hopefully this letter finds this gentleman by the name of Earl. Hope this podcast finds you in good form. So as my listeners write to the show, and depending on how many letters I get for that day or week, I try to go through them as much as I can. There's not too much of a delay, but like I only got 4 now, but if I get bombarded with maybe 10 or a little bit more than that, then I kind of pick out the one that I think that is most important and that we should talk about. Not to say that I'm not neglecting others, because we will eventually get to them. And then I try to do the follow-up as quickly as I possibly can. But don't forget, I work 2 jobs. I do this as just for fun. People like to hear me talk. People like to hear the advice I give. So I try to give it to the best of my ability. I'm not a therapist. I'm not somebody that you can just say, well, he's wrong. I'm not always right on everything, and I'm good with that. And again, whatever letters you send, I do take seriously, and I take with, try to treat with the utmost respect. You criticize me, that's fine. You hate me, that's fine. You don't like me, that's fine. I'll still read your letter, as of this guy. So let's get right into it. This letter's entitled, I Know I'm Good. Not my title, his, but whatever. In any event, hey Icon, Earl here. What's up, Earl? So honestly, I don't believe in your podcast. I think it's all bullshit, but here goes.
What the hell's going on here?
Well, we're going to figure that out. I listened to 20 of your episodes and I'm honestly not that impressed. I think I can do better with or without your opinion, but I will humor myself. This guy's really just laying right into it. He's ripping that band-aid off quick. Anyways, I'm looking to travel to the Philippines to get laid. Yes, y'all heard it right.
What did you just say?
He is traveling to the Philippines to get laid. I know that you've been, but my question is, how many women did you get down with? Because I hear it's ridiculously easy to get laid because the women there will do anything for money. And that's what I'm looking for. The women here in the U.S. are just garbage. Okay.
Wrong.
I'm not used to being told that I am not worthy of a woman. Yeah, back in the day, I had all the girls in elementary, middle school, and in high school. Well, damn, did you have them in the womb too? Jesus. Anyways, let's get to this letter and then we're going to dissect this thing and get right into it. I'm used to getting what I want because I was the shit. I had the looks, the money, and I was very popular in high school. Now that I'm 40 years old, I put on a little weight. Women seem to not even look at me, though I approached some women and had some dates and one night stand that ended in one daughter. And it was due to pity sex because I needed to get laid. This guy is really out there. Jesus. The chick was not hot, but I needed to get it on. Okay, so, well, we're going to try to get to this, y'all. Because we're going to try to get to this. Because Earl is, he's wilding right now. Earl is clearly wilding. My daughter's 16. She wants nothing to do with me. But that's her loss. I'm a stallion. But enough about her. So I'm going to the Philippines because I see on porn sites, Jesus Christ, and yet that it says they love foreign men and I can get laid within 1 minute of landing in the Philippines. So I heard your podcast about finding love and whatever. I just want to get laid and she will do what I say. My family thinks it's a stupid idea, but I don't care. I think it's a dumbass idea, but whatever. I'm getting laid in May. So I want, wait, what? I'm getting laid in May. So you have like the actual, okay, whatever. So I want you to help me get what I want. I sent you pics of me and I want your input on my trip to the Philippines because I know you're going back there. Listen, I don't expect much, just your opinion. As I said before, the women here are useless and don't do what I ask of them when needed because they said I'm rude and it's just my humor, my talk, but I watch a lot of YouTube videos and porn sites to know that I can get laid just like that because I'm the shit and I know it. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Okay, so that was from Earl. And I honestly have to say that was the one that I picked out that I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Okay, so that was a letter in its entirety that I got from Mr. Earl. Now, Mr. Earl did send me the pictures, but we're not going to get into the pictures right now. We're going to get in how you just started this letter off to me. Apparently, you have me confused with somebody else and what it is that I do and what it is that you think I should do. Allow me to reintroduce myself, okay? I am Icon. I don't have that name because I go smashing or laying pipe to various women in other countries. I'm an icon because of who I am and what I do. I have daughters. You have a daughter. It's quite embarrassing that you would write this letter to me and think that I'm going to help you get laid in the Philippines. First off, I'm not a date doctor. This ain't Hitch. I'm not a advocate for getting you to get laid or going to tell you how you're going to get laid in the Philippines. Okay? If you travel to the Philippines for sex tourism, that's your damn problem, not mine. I don't encourage it. I don't indulge it. Yes, I've been to the Philippines and I think it is a beautiful country. I don't go there for sex tourism. I went there to meet a young lady that I'm interested in. Okay? If you want to watch porn sites and YouTube and you want to take that information and you want to run with it, then Mr. Earl, everything that you get that's bad or karma that happens to you, I can't say you exactly deserve it, but something tells me you're going to get what's coming to you. I don't know if this letter is written out of humor or anger, but to me it sounds like you're angry about something. Let's dive first into the women here in America. Now, as I said before, I don't date women in America for my own purpose reasons. I don't choose to enforce that upon any other man because you have to make your own decision. I don't hold seminars. I don't charge for anything. It's just my experience. From my experience to others that I have helped to achieve their mate they want to be with, it's positive. It's not negative. I'm not going to tell you when you touch down in the Philippines, here's the hot spots you should go to, and this is what you should do. That's not who I am. I'm curious to say you listen to 20 of my episodes and you think you're not impressed. At what point did you think you were not impressed with my show? You listen to 20 damn episodes. Of course, I have more than that, but I'm trying to figure out at what point in time did you not think that this show didn't benefit or somehow reach out to you? I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm just saying. You clearly have some issues that you've been dealing with. Now, you talking about, you're good and that you had women, girls in elementary, middle school, and high school. First off, elementary is a jump off. Middle school, maybe somewhat finding out who you are. High school, by then you should know who you are and what you want. It sounds to me that you were a popular jock in high school and you probably had all the girls and that they couldn't get enough of you. That's fine. I've seen that shit before. I've seen it. That's not me. I mean, as you get older and as you go through high school, things change, okay? Nothing ever stays the same. So you can either choose to change with it and evolve with it, or you can stay the same. And it sounds to me like you just pretty much stayed the damn same. And I don't know why. You say, okay, first off, listeners, he did send me pictures. I will not post pictures because I don't post pictures on my podcast to because after I get done with this, I don't want you guys going to bash him like, oh, this is him, yada, yada, yada. I don't do that. I'm going to tell you this. Mr. Earl, you're not a bad looking guy. Yes, you put on pounds. I can see the before and after. Back in high school, you look like something that stepped out of, what is that? That one clothing, Crombie and Finch. That shit, for young people back in my day. And yes, you were a handsome man back then. Now, I think what makes you ugly is your attitude towards women. I think what makes you ugly is that, yes, you put on weight, but you think that just because you put on weight, somebody is supposed to indulge you and be with you because of the way you look, or because you had this attitude that I'm the shit and that I can get whoever the hell I want. I don't have that mentality. That's not my mentality. You first have to find something within yourself to change. I hope this podcast finds you well, and I look for a follow-up. But I'm going to tell you like this. If you go to the Philippines to travel for sex, again, that is totally on you. I don't endorse nor condone sex tourism. The baffling thing is that you said you have a daughter who is 16 and it was out of pity sex and the chick that you fooled around with was not hot. How dare you? This woman carried your child for 9 months. And no wonder your damn daughter don't want to talk to you. Hell, I don't even want to talk to you. But you know what? It's a podcast. I told y'all can write to the show and I'm going to give y'all my honest opinion. You may not like it. I'm pretty sure you've seen things on Instagram. I don't have Facebook anymore and you've seen my page. That's fine. That's all good. Got no issues with that. But you had a one night stand and you said it was due to pity sex because you need to get laid. That is one hell of a nasty way to look at things. I don't look at women as sex objects. Women are here on this earth. They do much more backbreaking than men do. Women are the backbone of this country. Without women, men wouldn't even be here. So I think you should kind of take a look in the mirror and look at yourself and try to figure out how or what you should be. You're 40 years old. You're 40 years old. I'm 47. I've not once ever behaved like this. Now, I may have had fun back in high school, but that's a high school. I don't choose to live in the past. I choose to evolve and live in the future. And what I mean by that, I can't ever say I was that way back in high school. I was a class clown. I was goofy. But never would I thought that women should bow down to me because I'm me. And that's kind of the attitude that you have. You say you're not used to being told that you're not worthy of women. Honestly, I think you need to check your attitude. Your family thinks it's a stupid idea. I think it's a dumbass idea. A dumbass idea. Because I'm clearly your family sees something that I'm seeing that you shouldn't do. And I think your intentions, I think you are hurt. I think you are upset. But all that can be changed. You don't need to go someplace outside the US so you can get laid. I don't give a damn what you see on YouTube, what you see on porn. These guys pay women for sex. I don't do that. And I hate to even think of the notion that I would be attaching myself to you to say, hey, you go over there and you take this amount of money, because they'll get down for anything. They'll do anything strange for a little piece of change. That ain't me. Clearly not me. Because I have daughters. And I respect women. I grew up with nothing but women. So women to me are sacred. I hold close and dear to my heart. No matter how mean or rude they are to me, I won't disrespect one. I may catch an attitude or catch some kind of sarcasm, but I won't call them out their name. And I've been called ugly. I've been called many things by women. Does that make me upset or mad? No, because it clearly sounds like you have a clear vendetta on women. And you think just because you're not getting the fair turn over here, that you're going to get it over there. Let me explain to you something about the Philippine women. You may go over there and you may do exactly what you say. I wish the best for you. I really do. Because your notion and your mindset is saying that as soon as you step off the plane, they're going to be flocking to you. They don't even know who the hell you are. They don't. I think taking advantage of a woman because you think you can do that, I think it's wrong. I think you taking advantage of a woman over in the Philippines is even more wrong. And I can't speak on every level of woman that you've encountered, but something tells me that you were the cause of the downfall of the relationship, not them. That's what this letter is telling me. Never mind me in the way you feel about my podcast. I'm sure your daughter at some point looked at you and smiled at you in a way that made you feel good because you were her daddy. You, my friend, need to get that back. You need to take a look at your daughter. How would you feel if somebody did this to your daughter, what you're going to do over there? Because let's be clear and let's be real honest. My travels to the Philippines were strictly to meet a young lady. And though I was approached by many women, I didn't lose sight of who I was there to see. I didn't lose sight because I was a foreigner in a country that I know was easy for me, that I can lay down with any woman there. That's not who I am. That's not what I want to do. Yes, they are people, they are proud people, and though their country is poverty riddled and you can't really get ahead down there, but you should look at the videos of foreign men, not just American men, foreign men going to these countries, having sex with these women, and then fathering a child that they ain't gonna ever see again. How do you think that makes them feel? What if that happened to your daughter? What would you do? Because I tell you what I would do. But this ain't about me, it's about you. I think your words in this letter are harsh, and not about me, towards women. I think your mindset of being that you can control women is just plain out wrong. And that's what I'm tired of. You know, I'm tired of men saying that she should bow down to me because of who I am. Why the hell would she do that? Again, women do more hard work than men. I don't give a damn how anybody sees it. You can agree or you can disagree with me. Women do more hard work than men. Women have to carry kids. Women have to take care of kids. Women have to hold down a job. And what do the men do? They frolic around like a dog in heat and stick anything that moves. So forgive me if I'm not on your side, because I am 100% not on your side. I'm not 100% on your side. If anything, I'm on the woman's side. Be lucky that my audience doesn't reach a vast majority in the Philippines, because I'd put them on notice. If I could warn women about you, I would. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not. But for me, it's just my absolution. Because you, my friend, sound like a dog, a capital D-O-G dog. Like you were walking around in heat, and because women don't respond to you here, so you feel you got to go somewhere else to get it. Well, do what you got to do. Because I don't, in no shape, form, or fashion, condone any of this. You don't expect much from me, but my opinion, here's my opinion. Take a look in the mirror. Figure out what went wrong with you. Clearly something after high school made you like evolved into this diabolical human being that you are. And as I say before, high school is the last stop, in my opinion, to adulthood, because high school is going to teach you about life and when you get out of high school. Now, you may have had all the fame. You might have been this big jock and, oh, you were the shit factor in high school. But that don't always play. People get older, people grow up, people change, and people evolve. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't think you've expressed that in this letter. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I don't know what you do for a living, but you said you've had, hold on. And you say that women don't seem to look at you enough. And wait, a little way, women seem to not even look at me. Women may not look at you because, my friend, you are in America. And if people known you back in the day, and if people can talk about you and say, steer clear from this guy, I'm pretty sure they're probably doing that. You might have had a fling with an old girlfriend or an old high school friend that you might have thought that she should have bowed down to you, but she quickly went to social media and put your ass on blast, as well as she should. Women should steer clear of men like you, because all you want to do, you're only out for one thing. That's yourself. You're not out for her. You're not out to make her life better. You're out to make your life better. You feel that it's pity sex and that you got a daughter out of pity sex. How cold and wrong is that? You know, kids don't pick their parents. Sad to say, having a father like you, I hope that you change after you hear this podcast, because I think what you're doing is just bad. I hope that your relationship with your daughter can be repaired. I hope that when you go to the Philippines, that it's an eye-opener for you, and that you can see that it's more to life than just getting laid. Maybe find somebody that makes you happy. Because here's the thing. There's somebody for everybody. And I know that you feel a certain way about these Philippine women. And I know you feel that a lot of people say that, oh, if you go to this country, well, you can get this. And I know what YouTube says. I know what it says. Hold on a minute. But Earl, something snapped with you that went wrong. And though I wanted to go completely ham on you on this podcast and just tell you that the dog that you are, I think I'm going to be done with that. And I think I'm going to move on for the next 30 minutes. And I'm going to try to positive encourage you and lift you up. And hopefully that if you listen to this, maybe you can share this with your family. Because maybe they're talking sense to you because they feel that what you're doing is a stupid ass idea. I know it's a dumb ass idea. And I think there's more to you than just what you think you are. I think you're hurt, and I think you're upset. And I think there was one bad relationship that went wrong in your life. And then from there, something kind of snapped with you and said, this ain't, no. Stop living in the past. Start living in the future. Start thinking that you can change these women's mind about who you are. You, my friend, have to start with the change within yourself. If you put on a little weight, that's fine. If you want to try to get back to what you look like in high school, maybe change some things. But the first thing I would start with is your attitude. Your mindset towards women. I would wake up, look in the mirror. You don't say you're married, so I don't think you're married. So whatever. It's probably a good thing for you, because I'm sure you'd be divorced by now. You'd be saying something else in this letter. But Wake up in the morning. Maybe try to find something that makes something positive in your life. American women are not all that bad, in my opinion. I just can't seem to find the right one here. But I did find one in the Philippines. I have no ill will towards American women. I just think that the women that I've came across, it was due to my situation and me having so many kids and the money that I can't provide for them. But if you go to the Philippines and you meet a young lady and she starts talking to you for you and she doesn't mention anything about money, then my friend, that should be the one for you. It should. You have a daughter. Most Filipino women love family men. Why? Because either they have a family or they want a family. If they can see the good in you instead of you spouting off out the bad right off the top, don't make the conversation about you. Make it about her. You can share experiences, but share experiences that are positive. I understand there's going to be some negative in there. I get that. But don't go too far left or off the rails that you start losing this girl because you start going into a downward spiral because of what's happened to you in the past. Leave the past in the past. Start living for the future. Think about, number one, your daughter. Number two, think about you. The change, the way you speak and the way you talk should come from within thinking about your daughter. Your daughter is going to need you in the future because of, don't take this the wrong way, because of men like you and the way they think. I have no doubt your daughter might be a beautiful, smart young lady. Most are. But daughters need their fathers. They need their fathers to be there to protect them, to guide them, so they don't end up to do what you're trying to do. Because if somebody took advantage of your daughter like that, you would be pissed. I don't know how close you guys are, but I'm damn close with my daughters. I am. My daughters can talk to me about anything. My daughters can share anything with me. And that's what it should be like. You know? You have to understand. Your daughter wasn't asked to be born. You and this young lady created this child. Now, I don't know your situation with her mother, but it sounds like it's more you than it is her. And it sounds like at one point in time that the daughter, that you had a good relationship with the daughter, but maybe somewhere along the lines, you and the mother got into it, and then you decided to go ham on her and probably say this dumb shit. Oh, it was only a one night stand. And to your child, that says that, oh, he didn't want me, that this wasn't even planned. No child should ever hear that. None. So if you go to the Philippines and you decide to get another young lady pregnant who you don't really want to be with, or maybe you do want to be with, think about how your daughter's going to feel if you start raising another child, but you're leaving her out the equation. Because let me tell you something, my friend. I have kids. The girl that I talk to or that I date, she has kids. And we are all included in one big family circle. Nobody is left out. Nobody. And just because you go and start a life, just because you go somewhere and start a life, doesn't mean you have to forget about what you have here. And I'm pretty sure deep down your daughter loves you. She's probably hoping that you would change. Yes, teenage daughters are hard to raise, but they're not hard if you are on the same level. They're not hard if you're there for them. They're not hard if you just talk to them and treat them with respect. Now, you can sit here and say, well, you got 2 teenage daughters. How do you feel about them? Listen, no daughter is perfect. No father is perfect. But you know where I like to start? I like to make sure I start it positive and make sure that we can sit down and talk to each other and have an amicably good conversation. And that we can look at each other and be on the same page and know that I'm here for her. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to neglect my daughter for some other man to come into her life, and then she leans towards him, the daddy, and then he takes advantage of that situation. Not saying that always happens, but some young ladies are just looking for that father figure and often get taken advantage of. Is that what you want to happen to your daughter, Earl? Huh? I seriously hope you do a follow-up with me and kind of get back with me on how this goes. You said you're going in May. Well, I'm going in August, so I know we won't be on the same damn flight. So, and even if we was, I don't even know if I could talk to you. You probably know who I am. I see who you are, but let's just be clear about this. I'm not there to seek you out and to try to make your life a living hell. It seems like you're doing a pretty good job of that yourself. It's like you're in self-destruct mode because you've been hurt so many times and you don't know how to come away from it. Well, I'm telling you how to come away from it. Hit the reset button, get your ass up, find something that's positive in your life. Because the first thing I would start with is your daughter. That is a positive woman. So I hope when you visit the Philippines, I hope that when you go there, that you look at the Philippines for what it is. It's people, it's culture, it's beauty. And not go there with the mindset of who am I going to sleep with today, tomorrow, the next minute, or the next hour? Because that's bad. I will give you one piece of advice though. And I wasn't going to do that, but you know what? I'm not like that. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. If you fool around with a married woman over there, your ass will go to jail. Yeah. Unlike America, and they ain't even got to be together. He could walk up on you and see you with this woman and your ass is going to jail. Apparently they take that kind of shit seriously over there. It's weird because men can cheat, but women can't. It seems like the women get more penalized than men. Versus here, it can go either way, but you don't go to jail for it unless you decide you want to do something stupid. I gotta tell you, Earl. You wrote this letter to me, and I want to know what episodes that you listened to and that you found that were either helpful or not helpful to you. Because I'm not trying to clap back at you. Because like I said, you can either like me or you can hate me. You can listen or don't listen. I'm completely fine with that. But you started this letter off in a hostile way that leads me to think that when you was writing this damn thing, you were completely angry with somebody. Maybe it's a current relationship that you just got out of. I want to know why you feel that you think you can control women. I don't know if he was brought up that way, but then again, if your family saying it's a stupid idea, I don't think he was brought up that way. I think you were brought up in a good home. I think that you was like you said, a popular kid back in high school. And I think after high school, things kind of changed for you because reality set in. Shit got real after high school. And I tell any and everybody, after high school, shit gets real. The world starts getting real. Life starts getting real. Things will never be the same as when it was when you were coming up. If you maintain that level of balance, and if you maintain yourself, if you came out of high school a good person, you voted most likely to succeed, keep driving on that. I don't look towards the past, my friend. I look towards the future. And though I come in contact with people I went to high school with, high and by, and I keep it moving. There are some people I like to talk to. There's some people who I don't like to talk to. There's some people who I never wish I talked to. But that's just my opinion. That's just who I am. I don't trust people. And it sounds to me like you don't trust women because you've been hurt by so many women. But again, I don't think it's the women. I think it's more about you. And until you change who you are and start doing things for you, then it'll get better. Heal yourself, find yourself, know yourself, correct yourself, see yourself, love yourself, be yourself, and respect yourself. That's what you should be listening. That's what you should be saying every day when you wake up. I believe that you can find happiness. I think you're going about it the wrong damn way, but that's just my opinion. And my friend, you wrote to me, so I'm going to try to give you the best advice that I can. It may not be correct, and you can feel free to seek advice from anybody else. But I think what you're doing is not going to be good or beneficial to you. I think it's going to be bad for you because I don't know how your anger is or your temperament is. But judging by this letter, you wrote this letter pretty damn angrily, whatever. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. Hold on, get some water. I need water. In the past, I know you were proud of who you are. But now, I gotta wonder if you feel that way now. I gotta wonder how your life is. Clearly, you must live alone. I live alone, but I live with my kids. But not once did I ever think to myself that I want to do what you're trying to do. Because yes, I see the videos. I see them on YouTube. I see them on the porn sites. And I see that everybody thinks it's so easy to go there to just get laid. And it's called sex tourism. Why go to a place just to take advantage of somebody and have meaningless sex? I can't do that. You know, when I went to the Philippines, like I said, I was approached by many women, but that didn't deter me from who I was with. Because in my mind, I'm not going to form a relationship with that person. This is how I do things. I can't have a one-night stand. I don't give a shit if you're drunk or if I'm drunk. I don't do drunk sex. I don't. It's meaningless. To me, it's pointless. I think if you have a one-night stand, I think either feelings get hurt. I don't understand none of the dating apps that they have on it today, because you could just go on there, randomly select somebody and just go have sex with him. My, how things have changed. That's just not me. I may be lonely at times, and I understand that, and I can admit that. But I wouldn't resort to getting on an app that I can find somebody that I can just bang or get laid or screw. Because that's not me. Because here's the thing. You don't know if that person has somebody. You don't know if that person's going through somebody. Well, you say, well, they're on the site. Well, yeah, they're on the site. They can be looking for companionship. I don't need to look for none of that. I have somebody that I love, that I want to be with, that I want to marry. And I'm going to keep driving to that. And I'm going to tell you this. Since my wife died, I have always been on the straight and narrow with this young lady that I'm involved with. There's no cheating. There's no, sort of like back alley deals. No pun intended. There's nothing like that. I want to stay true to her because I want to marry her. And I'm going to get married to her this year. I don't look at my relationship as saying, well, she's there and I'm here. I trust her. She trusts me. That's the relationship you got to have. So I hope that when you go over there, that you find somebody that you love. I hope that that person changes you for the good. I hope she makes you see a whole new side of women, that takes you to a place of happiness, that when you come back, the first place you go when you get back is you go kiss your mother and tell her that you're sorry. And the second person, well, maybe it should be the other way around, but let's just put the mother and the daughter in the same place. The first person I would probably go hug is my daughter and tell her I'm sorry. And then I would apologize to her mother, because it sounds like you've been a real asshole to her. And I believe that you have. So I would go apologize to her, your child's mother, and then I would go apologize to your mother. Because I'm pretty sure, judging by this letter, your mother and your father probably raised you right to do the right thing, but you kind of flew off or jumped off the bridge at some point and decided that there's no point of return. So, me personally, that's what I would do. So I hope when you go there, you find happiness. I hope that when you go there, you find somebody that loves you for you. Because the good thing about the Filipino culture and its women, that they are very humble. And I'm not saying no shade towards American women over here. I just couldn't seem to find the right one. And maybe you couldn't seem to find the right one. But here's another thing. Maybe there is the right American woman here for you. It's just the way how you present yourself and the way you act. So you have to take a look in a mirror. You have to look at yourself. If there are things you want to change about yourself, if you want to lose weight, I got to say, looking at your before and after pictures, you don't look like a bad young man. You're a very handsome young man. I can't tell you what you can and can't change about yourself. There are things about myself that I'm self-conscious about, and that's my teeth. But the girl that I found thought I was cute. Well, she thinks I'm cute and I'm handsome. And she still feels that way. I mean, I'll still get teeth work done because I want to get my teeth fixed. But I guarantee you, if you find somebody over there, I don't even think you're going to jump right into the bed. I think when you find that person and you see that person, you look into her eyes, she looks to your eyes, I think it's going to hit you right then and there. I think you're going to see it. I think you're going to feel it. And I think you're going to come out happier than when you went over there. And I know you're going over there with a list of what you can do. I don't know if you drink. I don't drink. So I was not for the nightlife in the Philippines because it's really enticing. Really enticing. You're walking down the street and you see nothing but beautiful women. I'm going to give you more piece of advice, my friend. You better be careful. Better be careful. when I went there, I haven't heard about any foreigners being hustled, but the way you are, it can happen to you because you're going over with this mindset. And then if you mistreat women over there, keep in mind, you are a foreigner in their country. So there are consequences. What those consequences are, I have no idea because I've never encountered something like that because that's not who I am. So if you want to go over there and thinking that you're going to go over there and you try to run shit and try to take shit out and blow the spot up, you got another thing coming. It's not going to go down like that. But I hope when you go over there, you're thinking about your daughter and you're thinking about this young lady or whoever you may come in contact with. Because they don't all want money. They don't all want sex. They want to be happy. It sounds like to me that you want to be happy too. And you can achieve that happiness by just finding yourself and who you are. That's all you got to do. Accept yourself and keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. And it sounds like you got a lot that's weighing you down. So give that up. Start dropping off the weight, not literally, metaphorically speaking. Something inside you, give it up, let it go. Stop living in the past. I'm pretty sure you sound like the type of guy, this is just my opinion, that has a memorabilia from back in your high school days that you like to boast about, and that's fine. Keep all that. Look at that as of what you were back in the day. Were you happy? Were you popular, friendly? What do people remember the most about you? Build on that. We can't go back to high school days. We can only keep living for the future and making ourselves better. When you do that and you make yourself better, then things start to fall in place. Start living positive and not negative. Stop thinking about, women here. And when you do find that person, nobody needs to know that, how can I say this? I don't want you to come back here on a revenge thing because I do want you to find happiness. And if you find happiness, you don't need to come back here and try to rub it in everybody's face. See, I told you I'm still hot and I get to know. Leave that shit in the rearview mirror. Keep pressing forward. You don't need to justify yourself to other people. I don't even do that. I don't get on social media and post and say, ha ha ha, this chick is hot and she's for me, ha ha ha. Look at me now. I don't need to do none of that because I don't give a damn about none of that. I only care about that for me, nobody else. I don't live for nobody else but me and my children. As long as I'm happy and they're happy, then we're all happy. Or my girl's happy and the kids is happy, then we're all happy. So don't do this as like revenge or saying that you still got it. It's okay to say in your mind that you still got it, but you don't need to broadcast that. You don't. You just need to get up, wake up. Your trip is coming up in May. Oh shit, that's not even far off. That's coming up soon. Real soon. May's right around the corner. But stop looking at the porn videos. Stop listening to YouTube. If you're going to look at YouTube, look at the positivity that can come out of the Philippines. I'm not sure where you're going in the Philippines. I'll be in Manila again. But look at the positivity. Don't just go over there and I don't know, you may have friends. You may have friends. You're not doing this for them. You're doing this for you. So it sounds like if you're taking this trip over there, is because in some formal way, I've inspired you to take this trip over there. And I don't take credit for that because I'm going to tell you like this. I have my uncle who I love dearly. He's been through a lot. I can't say he was exactly like you, but when I found my happiness, he asked me how can he find his happiness. And I told him how he can find his happiness. I even gave him some tips, not bad tips, but some tips on, what he should look for, what would suit him better. And I'll be damned if he didn't find that and got married. I'm so happy for him. But he's not the only success story that I have. I have a coworker that I work with. He was going through a divorce. Him and his wife, it just was not there anymore. I don't know what happened, but it just was not there anymore. So he came to me and said, hey, Seeing you went to the Philippines, how did that work out? I said, it worked out great. He said, well, what did you do? Where did you go? And I tell everybody, Filipino Cupid is where I found her. He went on the site and I told him, you're going to have a lot to deal with. You're going to have a lot of incoming females that's going to blow up like you, like you somebody famous. But you have to pick and choose what you want and weed out what you want. And I'll be damned if he didn't find somebody. He found him a Filipino. So that's something I can be proud of. You know why? Because I'm telling them to do it the right way. I'm not telling them to go over there because, oh yeah, I had all this sex. Oh my God, man. When I went over there, I smashed this chick, that chick. I even got pictures. I'm not doing all that. You know, those men that you see on the porn sites that do that only do that for the satisfaction of making money and to say that they think that they can get any and everybody. But all that is paid for. It's paid for. And the sad thing is they pay next to nothing and they take advantage of these women because they need money, because they're trying to provide for themselves. I'm not discrediting no Filipino women over there, no women in general. I know it's a shit racket when you have to either sleep with somebody for money. I don't condone it. I don't like it. And I can't really say that that's something that they should do because everybody doesn't have what we have in America. It's way harder in some of these third world countries because they have no life to look forward to. So when they see a foreigner, to them, it's not necessarily a meal ticket. Maybe some think like that, but some think about a future outside of their country because they want to do better. And I'm sure that you want to do better. I'm going to keep throwing your daughter up in your face because that's somebody who you should be thinking about when you go over there. Your daughter is 16. You're 40. Do not come back with nobody under the age of 20, maybe 21. Okay? Young is nice, but let's be real clear. You don't want nobody that's the same age as your damn daughter. That's disgusting. I don't see why men do that. That's horrible. I don't like that. I could never do that. Though there's an age discrepancy between me and my girl, but she ain't fresh out. No, she done lived and had kids. And I know that there's a lot of young mothers over there and that you think that younger is better. Well, Filipino women over there, some don't really have much to live for. You know, and when I say that, there's not a bright future to look forward to. So the men over there are maybe 10 times worse than what the men are over here in America. Because, oh, this one has vocals. Oh, crap. It wasn't enough that I got the one with the vocals, but I got the one with instrumental too. But anyways, we'll keep it rolling. Anyways, they have kids so young over there. And it's just not in the Philippines. It's in Brazil. It's in Africa. It's in, India. They start off real young. I wouldn't wish that upon nobody. So if you're going to go over there and find a decent woman that is old enough. Find a decent woman that you can connect with on a level. Find a decent woman that is not close in age with your damn daughter. Because that, my friend, is disgusting. It is. I think your parents or your family is more worried about you doing something stupid than anything. Which, I don't even know you, and I think if you do that kind of stupidity, I would probably distance myself from you. I'd probably be like, no, don't even talk to me no more. No. So, I know you're smart. I know you're hurt. But along with being hurt, don't make somebody else pay for your mistakes or your anger. Be smart about who you are, Earl. Go over there with the mindset of, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to find somebody. Somebody's going to make me happy. Or somebody's going to be happy with me. That's the mindset you should have. When you have that mindset, I'm telling you, Earl, dude, it's going to happen for you. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on what you want to achieve in life because you've been hurt. I've been hurt by women, but I'm not going to spiral out of control and start going ham and start trying to get revenge because I think I can do that. No, I still want to continue to live the right way and the best way. And you can do that. I know you can do that. Once you do that, once you start seeing that, it's going to all fall into place for you. I know it is. I want you to be positive. I want you to stop being angry. I hope this letter finds you. I'm pretty sure it'll find you before you leave in May, because I try to get to this bad boy quickly as possible because I want you to hear it.
Your favorite position, do we still have chemistry?
You will recognize your own path when you come upon it, because you will suddenly have all the energy and the imagination you will ever need. Believe in that. Value yourself. To walk away from people, situations, places that make it their duty to disempower you. If they can't respect you, who you are, they don't deserve to be in your presence. So I want you to keep listening to what I'm saying. And I hope you're hearing everything that I'm saying. I hope something in your mind is saying, okay, I can make a change. It ain't got shit to do with me being right or wrong. It's just me trying to give you some sound-minded advice. That not all women are bad. And the women that are bad, I still don't consider them bad. I still consider them good. Again, you've been hurt. You can come away from this in a positive way. Don't keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper down that rabbit hole. Start climbing up out of that rabbit hole. Start being better. Take care of yourself. Get in a good relationship with your daughter. Find a good relationship with her mother. Though she's 16 and she may have 2 years left in reference to becoming adulthood, but you're her father. She's going to always need her father. She needs both her parents. She needs both her parents to be on the same page. I don't know your child's mother. I don't. I can only see the one side of this. And I'm coming more harder down on you because you're the man. You got to put her needs before yours. You got to think about her before you think about yourself. Having a child is a blessing because it makes you a much more stronger person. That should have made you a much more stronger person. I know just because you're 40, you can change this all overnight. Not immediately overnight, but you can start doing things by the day. Take your daughter out. Go have dinner with her. Talk to her. Apologize to her. Tell her that you're going to be the father that you need to be and that you are sorry for the shit that you said in this damn podcast. Because I don't know if she listened to it, but I'm pretty sure somebody going to hear it. So, as we get ready to close this out, we got one more song coming up by King Sis. It's called The Things We Do. Earl, I look for a follow-up from you. I hope this podcast finds you in every way. Allow yourselves to love who you are, not who you think you should be. My friends, I am the Icon. I want to say thank you for listening to me. Thank you for the show. If you have anything you want to say, the links are always in the description of my podcast. Anywhere you listen to, feel free to email me if you want to follow me. There is an IG page dedicated to my podcast and a TikTok page that's dedicated to my podcast. As I said before, if you want to hear previous episodes that are not posted, feel free to go to YouTube. That link is always in there as well. And you can hear whatever you want. If there's something that you want to talk about and want to kind of get my opinion on, or maybe there's something that you don't disagree with, I'm all ears. So, until next time, Earl, my friend, do the right thing. Do the right thing for yourself, but do the right thing most of all for your daughter, because she needs you. My friends, until next time, take care of yourself and each other. I leave you with this track. We're going to just let it roll out to here. Y'all take care now. We'll see you on the next one.